Have you ever caught yourself saying, I know what I should do, but I just don't? You promise to wake up early, stop procrastinating, treat loved ones better, but something inside you sabotages you, and when the day ends, you've lost again, to yourself. This struggle isn't new, it's millennia old, and Confucius, over 2,000 years ago, already said, the greatest conquest is to conquer oneself. But why is this so difficult, and how do you win this internal battle? We live two lives, the one we show the world and the one that happens inside our heads. Inside dwell excuses, comfort, fear of rejection, addiction to approval, anxiety for quick results, and especially the habit of escaping pain. Confucius didn't speak of external battles. For him, the enemy isn't the world. It's the imbalance between what you know you should do and what you choose to do. To know what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. Most people already know what needs to change, but between knowing and acting, there's the abyss of a weak will. And into that abyss, you slip every day without realizing it. The true meaning of self-control. Confucius believed that true freedom isn't doing whatever you want, but having mastery over oneself. Self-control isn't repression, it's direction. You stop being controlled by impulse and start being guided by purpose. Demand much from yourself and little from others. That is the way of the wise. He taught that the virtuous person isn't someone who never makes mistakes, but one who insists on improving even when no one is watching. Being faithful to yourself requires effort. You need to treat yourself as someone who deserves respect. According to Confucius, the cause of failure isn't a lack of talent, but a lack of character. Not to correct our faults is the greatest of them. You stumble over the same habits, you sabotage yourself at the same times, and deep down, you treat yourself as someone unworthy of growth because you still believe that change comes from the outside, from a course, from someone who saves you, from luck, from motivation. But Confucius points inward. When you see yourself as the cause, you become the solution. He believed that morality begins in small gestures. There is no public transformation without internal reform. Habits, reflection, and inner strength. Confucius was a master of repetition. He said that character is built with habits, not with promises. Today, science confirms your brain is molded by patterns. You become what you practice. If you practice complaining, you become a complainer. If you practice gratitude, you become resilient. He taught 3 paths to growth: by reflection, the noblest; by imitation, the easiest; by experience, the bitterest. To reflect is to look at yourself with courage and to realize where you betray yourself and where you need to start over. The Bible echoes Confucius's wisdom. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. Proverbs 16:32. Jesus was also a master of self-control. Even before the cross, he didn't react with hatred. He showed that self-control isn't weakness, it's invisible strength. And the Apostle Paul completes, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, self-control. Galatians 5:22 and 23. Mastering oneself is one of the greatest signs of spiritual maturity. You lose to yourself because you haven't truly decided to respect your own soul. But you can change that now, with small daily victories, with radical honesty about your flaws, with habits that reflect who you want to be, not who you have been. Confucius would say, it does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Today, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be firm. firm in choosing each new day not to be a stranger to yourself anymore. Because in the end, life's greatest success isn't conquering others, it's conquering what's worst inside you.